Matt Rule was just hired for the Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
Whether you're going to be at the press conference or not, he got 7 years,
62.
60. That's big money now. But in my eyes, this is a guy who's going to build this program because Tepper told him, hey, you got this for the long haul. I found my coach Noel is what he said from the Steelers organization. Is Cam Newton going to be a part of those plans, you think, or is he going to rebuild, start from nothing with Christian McCaffrey, a couple of the pieces, and kind of build it his way? Do you think Cam Newton is there next year?
Well, when you get 7 years, $62 million, you're the owner and your contract and your position says we're building in our way. Nobody's left over. The training staff, gone. Strength coach, gone. No one is really left over from that old regime with Ron Rivera. They've all moved over with Ron up in Washington. So you have a guy that's establishing, he gets to establish his personality, his business acumen, his coaching style, his assistants, his training staff, the way he wants to do conditioning, strength. So all of that is being implemented by him. Is Cam Newton a part of that, of this team moving forward? That's the elephant in the room. Here's the real answer. At some point he will be, and at some point he will not be because he's not a spring chicken. Cam is older. I believe he's going to his 9th or 10th year. So at some point Cam Newton will no longer be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers over the next 7 years, just because if you look at what is going on, how Cam plays, what his body has went through, he may not want to play into his 40s like a Tom Brady. So we don't really know. But I know there is going to be a lot of dialogue with the new head coach because he has to dialogue with all his current players that he has inherited, and he has to have those decisions. And I've been there, and I met with new management. Sometimes new management doesn't like you, and you don't like new management.
Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic.
And so we don't know what's going to transpire in those meetings, but based off what happens moving forward, we're going to know it was either a good meeting or it didn't go as well as we all hoped. And so it's going to be up to the powers that be, and also how that, first impression, this dating part goes, how before they get to third base, which is on the field, how does first and second base go? We don't know.
I think the interesting thing that people don't think about a lot because of the video games, because of fantasy, is these are humans that have to interact with each other. Matt Rule and Cam Newton are going to have to chat. Another thing that plays into this, though, and you know this about the business, if they let Cam Newton go, that saves them $19 million on the cap space. That is something I would assume that Matt Rule has in the back of his mind, assume that Tepper has in the back of his mind. If it isn't a perfect meeting, a perfect conversation going forward, they could probably say, hey, we could use that $19 million to build up around other places. I would like to see Cam Newton have to prove himself again to another staff because I think Cam Newton's the type of guy, if he's spite or has a little chip on his shoulder, can go out and dominate. A new staff, a new organization could be the thing that gets him back into the game. It's good for everybody when Cam Newton's dominating. There's nobody like him.